Have you ever heard of Police Squad?
I have. What is it?
It's a show, like a comedy show with Leslie Nielsen from '82.
Okay, yes, yeah. I thought it was a series of movies. Was it a TV
Well,
show?
it was a show that went for 6 episodes and then got canceled and then turned into the Naked Gun series.
Oh.
I was watching it, and it's very funny.
Anything with Leslie Nielsen in it is probably gonna be pretty funny.
Apparently, it was canceled because like the guy on ABC executive was like, you have to pay attention too much to be able to watch it and like laugh at it.
Well, I actually remember because or no, I think it was a Red Letter Media video. The Leslie Nielsen comedy movies are actually filmed very intelligently, where there's only one thing you should be paying attention to at a time. If like a funny thing is happening in the foreground with like the major characters, then that'll be the focus. But if the characters in the foreground are just like talking about random bullshit, then something funny is happening in the background. There's never two things happening at once. I think I watched a Leslie Nielsen movie after watching that video, and I was like, oh, it's true actually, but I haven't watched any movies in a while.
Airplane?
Yeah, it might have been Airplane. Maybe it was Naked Gun 3, I can't remember.
Yeah, I really like that style of humor, just as stupid as possible. Rapid fire.
I forgot we called him Jafar.
Anyway, one of the first jokes in Police Squad is Leslie Nielsen's character like hands a cigarette to a woman and he's like, cigarette? And she's like, yes, I know.
I wish there were more comedies like that.
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen is like dead, right?
Yeah, he's been dead for like 15 years.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
He was very old because he was born in the 20s.
Damn. Wow, this thing has high special defense, what the fuck? High special defense and intimidate, what a combination.
I think another joke in that show that I like was, I don't remember the exact phrasing or whatever, but main guy and his partner, the main guy is like, say we're playing a poker game. And then they're both at the same time like, we're playing a poker game. God, it's one of these routes.
Yeah, this is the route with the four guys just standing right on top of each other. Another joke I remember from Airplane is like when this lady is freaking out and then probably Leslie Nielsen comes like smacks her. He's like, get a hold of yourself. And then he leaves and then another guy comes on and smacks her. He's like, get a hold of yourself. And then it pans over. There's like a line of 20 people just ready to smack her in the face.
In the first episode of Police Squad, there's a thing where like Leslie Nielsen's trying to figure out what angle this person was shot at, so he just gets 20 people to get shot in a row, and then it just cuts to him like poring over his notes with a bunch of dead bodies next to him. But like part of the entertainment of the show is that it's a parody of like those 60s police procedurals, like detective shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's formatted like that.
Like Columbo.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. It's like specifically based on a show called M Squad or something. Like also Felony Squad. So there happen to just be two shows called something Squad. There's like two running jokes in the opening where one is it says that there's a guest star, but the guest star just like dies during the opening and never shows up. And then when it says the episode name, the announcer will say one thing, but the screen will say something else.
Like that.
I'm wondering if that's like taking the piss out of like some mistake that happened on some other show.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, like the ratio of jokes that are made because like the writers just thought it would be funny versus what can we parody from this old show that they did.
Oh, also Police Squad might be the first or one of the first shows where it does the sitcom freeze frame thing, but they only pretend to freeze.
I think this was in one of the Naked Guns. There was a joke where it's like there's a telephone in the foreground. And then it starts ringing, and then a guy in the background walks over to it, and he picks it up. It's a gigantic, like actually a gigantic phone. This is what the Avengers took from us. Actual jokes.
What?
I don't know.
The Avengers has jokes. Somebody flosses in it.
Thanks, Sonic.
Or doesn't Hulk play Fortnite or something?
In Endgame, Thor plays Fortnite. Which, that is one of the... I know it's like a... It's so dumb to get hung up on that of all the dumb shit that happens in those movies, but like, I can't believe there's people playing Fortnite in the apocalypse, basically.
You know what else came out around Endgame was Deltarune Chapter 1.
Whoa.
And Deltarune Chapter 1 is almost 7 years old.
That's fucked up.
So when is Deltarune Chapter the rest of them gonna come out?
Hey, it's a double battle. Okay, I guess they are in this game.
Yep.
Alright, Groizen. Get his ass. What do you prefer? The little, like, up and down animations on the Pokemon directly, or... In the current games, it's like there's a big explosion effect around the Pokemon for indicating stat ups and downs. It's like red if it's down, blue if it's up, I think.
I don't like any of it. They need to change everything forever and stop this madness for good.
Alright, well there you go. There you have it.
Pokemon battles in Gen 8 and 9 look like Path of Radiance battles, where two motherfuckers are standing in an empty field with nothing else, and there's so much negative space.
And also it's 10 times slower.
Actually, I've like barely seen anything of Gen 9, so I probably shouldn't.
No, it's about the same. Only thing that's different is that you can't turn off move animations anymore. Although I guess XD and Coliseum did that, but those games are good, so it's fine. Hey, they acknowledge it. Or the girl has a Nidoran. Oh my god, why did she have 5 Pokemon? In my brief playthrough of Gen 8, when we didn't buy it, I'll say that, I remember thinking it was weird that every single trainer had like 1, maybe 2 Pokemon. And at the time, I was kind of like, well, that's fucking stupid. Like, nobody has any actual teams, but in thinking about it, maybe it is a good thing to avoid things like this. Where all of their, like, at least they'll have 1 decently leveled Pokemon that might actually be able to hit you, as opposed to 5 under-leveled little shits that won't be able to do anything. And also the battles won't take as long, so I don't know. At the time I thought it was annoying, but in retrospect maybe it's actually a good thing. I mean, the ideal thing would be to have, like, less trainers, more trainer Pokemon, higher levels, but Pokemon's not gonna do that. I think Legends Arceus only has, like, 3 trainer battles in the whole game.
Is that new Legends game structured the same way, or does Legends just mean it's not a normal Pokemon game?
It looks... I mean, I haven't played Arceus, but just going off of gameplay footage, it looks very similar. But this new one will have a bigger focus on trainer battles, at least. So maybe it is just like, this is a Pokemon game, but it's weird. Like, if XD and Coliseum came out today, they'd call it Pokemon Legends Dark Lugia or something. Alright, if you want to beat the game, you have to come in here and talk to this lady.
You can now beat the game.
She just said Supra can now beat the game. And
Welcome to the Pokemon Center. You can now beat the game. Hey, loser, I'm smelling you. You can now beat the game.
This is the smell of beating the game. Every time you go into a battle, it's like, Bug Catcher Jimmy challenges Supra, parentheses, who can now beat the game, to a fight. Not fucking with the game corner at all. I do not want to get 9,999 coins for Porygon.
That's the guy who asks you if you want to join Team Rocket, I think. Never mind.
That's a great piece of dialogue. It's full of strong trainer. Oh, he does say it. Oh, he says it's full of women. I thought they changed it in this game. Last year, I bought Crosscode, which is a cool, safeguard, which is a cool little, like, top-down action game. I wishlisted it because it looked like a Tales game, if it was, like, real-time. And it's pretty fun, the music is great, the graphics are great, story's pretty interesting.
Linus Tech Tip said it was good.
Did he? He actually played it?
Yeah.
Nice. It's like a mix between Tales and a 2D Zelda, kind of. You have like a set of moves and you can like swap your elements between like fire, ice, I can't remember. It's been a while. I didn't beat the game because it annoyed me. I'm singing this game's praises, but I stopped playing just because the platforming is really annoying. It's got the Kingdom Hearts recoded 3D Zelda auto jump thing, but your jump sucks and like all of the platforming, it needs to be extremely precise. And because your character takes off like fucking Mega Man, it's like really hard to control yourself sometimes. But I got like halfway through the first or second major dungeon, I was like, fuck this. So I just watched a playthrough online, and the story is pretty cool. Yeah, I was surprised that I actually liked all of the characters. Usually there's a handful that are just annoying, and like that's their character trait, they're annoying. But not so. The setup for the game is that you're someone who is playing an MMO. It's basically like Ready Player One, where it's like the MMO is real, but without the like if you die in the game, you die in real life aspect. I had a weird sense of nostalgia from watching like this is a single player game to be clear, but I had a weird sense of nostalgia with like the graphics and the music and the fake real players running around the overworlds to give the sense that it is actually an MMO. The way that the game like sets itself up is great.
I remember glancing at it and I thought its graphics were not my style.
It is kind of like it's like exactly what you imagine if someone says like pixel art indie game.
Yeah. That like Starbound ass, One Step from Eden ass.
Yeah, exactly.
One Step from Eden is one of the most
annoying games ever made.
I think egregious games in terms of pixel art combined with a HUD that is not pixel art.
Yes.
I hate it when Pixar games have like not pixel fonts and everything. Don't get it. Don't fucking get it.
They ran out of budget.
Making a font is easy. It definitely doesn't take a lot of time, and then you sell it for $2,000. We were doing that archipelago where I was sucking at Slay the Spire, so I was trying to play that more. I do kind of get the game now. Like I grasp it in my mind. I'm able to have fun with it now after like 20 hours. So like I finally like beat one of the final bosses, and I was like, yeah, did it. And then the achievement for beating that boss is like 60% of players have it. So I'm like, okay, so either I suck or everybody else who has this game has played it for like a billion trillion hours.
I guess it's a high retention rate indie game. Surprising.
It is one of those games that has like overwhelmingly positive 100,000 trillion reviews.
Plus, wasn't it? I don't think it was the first, but it was like one of the games that popularized the like roguelike deck builder thing.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
It was either it like was one of the ones that popularized it, or it was like released at the height of the genre's popularity. Because even me, not giving a shit about either of those genres, let alone combined, I couldn't stop hearing about it.
I know how to make a build that just never dies. Because the way that game works is that you have HP and then you can get so much block per turn, which means it just blocks that much damage when they attack. And it's actually quite easy with that character to just make a build where you get like 200 block, and also it doesn't go away after your turn ends. And then also there's cards that deals damage equal to your block. And cards that double your block. It's just a matter of knowing what the cards do before your run starts. Like, if you're going into the game and you don't know what anything does, you're not going to be able to do much. I think that is like a good justification for like you just have to die a lot to win eventually. Because there's no like technical skill, it's just all knowledge based. So you need to die to like get more knowledge. It feels bad in roguelikes when that requires skill, when it's just like, you have to die because you have to die because it's a roguelike and you're supposed to die. So die.
So die.
That being said, I do prefer roguelikes that like have action, because like in something like Isaac, it's fun to like have kind of a shit dice roll on your run, but you're just good enough at the game that you can still pull through. In a game like Slay the Spire, if your deck is bad, you just lose. There's nothing you can do, really.
Well, that's just the nature of turn-based games, and why it's why I don't like turn-based games in general, but like, especially TCGs. I like playing TCG Pocket against the AI anyway, but you can just like lose through no fault of your own, and that's really annoying.
Yeah, especially in a game where there's only 20 cards in your deck, that's just like turn 3 wins, right?
Basically, you can lose. I mean, there's also stuff like anybody who's played against real people in TCG Pocket knows the stupid shit of like the 18 trainer Articuno, turn 1 Misty flips, get like 4 heads, 4 energy on literally turn 1, and then you just insta lose. Like literally it was just down to a coin flip, you just lose. I like this Vile Bloom Sprite.
Yeah.
This is unrelated to what you're saying. That's just why I don't like turn-based games generally. And like the fact that I like Final Fantasy V is like a weird outlier. Any game that you can beat at level 1 I'm okay with. I can't imagine you can beat a roguelike deck builder at equivalent to level 1.
For a while, I was trying to play Slay the Spire, and I was just not getting it. I was like, why does everybody else get it, and why I don't? And I bashed my head into it for a while, and now I get it.
I'm mostly surprised that you actually cared about it enough at all to try and play it.
It's actually also kind of interesting because to get all the unlocks in that game, you don't actually have to win any runs. If you were to like play the game a lot and never win, you could still just like 100% all the game, I think. Not like the achievements, obviously, but like just unlock everything.
You do have to beat the final boss at some point. Is there like a super duper hard final boss, like true epic
I think
Ultimate Destiny?
when I beat the final boss, it was like the end question mark, and it was a very pensive ending. But like when you beat a run, you get like Ascension mode, which just makes the game harder. And then if you beat Ascension mode, you get Ascension 2, and then
It just keeps going on forever.
So maybe if you beat the highest Ascension, you can beat the true ultimate final boss.
Whoa.
Pokemon Print, check your trainer card.
I've never seen this. Oh.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Print your team.
I was hoping it put a big sprite of
Yeah, me too.
Butterfree on the back.